Welcome back. Our last guest today is a wakeboard champion. We're talking with Emma Martin and her family. Welcome, Emma. You can talk. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. First of all, tell everyone at home how old you are.
I turned 10, I was 14.
So you're just an old 9, really.
Yeah. So when you became champion, though, you were 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Were you just competing against other 9-year-olds?
No, actually I was the youngest one there, and I was competing against 9 to 13.
Oh, okay.
And I did compete against a couple 13-year-olds.
A couple of 13-year-olds. Now, where was this competition held at?
Little Rock at Burns Park.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Now you brought your family with you. Now, do they support you in your activities?
Yeah, Sissy takes pictures.
She takes pictures. So that's your sister Abby.
Yes.
Okay. Your older sister?
No, I'm
you're-
older by 1 minute.
Oh, you're
Okay.
twins.
Okay.
So you're the eldest by 1 minute. Let's make sure everybody at home.
minute.
A minute. She's a minute older, and that's very, very important. And then your mother is Ann, and your father was Matt.
Correct.
And so, how long have you been wakeboarding?
About 3 years.
3 years.
And how did you start?
Well, we went to Colorado. Well, I mean, first of all, our friends, they got us skiing. And then we went to Colorado. We went skiing with them and our cousins.
Yeah.
And our cousins got on a snowboard.
Yeah.
And we lived close to the lake, so...
And a snowboard's kind of like a wakeboard, isn't it?
Yes.
It's
It's
basically the same thing,
on,
yeah.
but like on the water.
you just put it in the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for people at home, a wakeboard is like a single big fat ski, right?
You put
Sorta?
both feet on one
like that.
board. Yeah.
Your mom's nodding. It basically that's what it is.
It's wider than a snowboard, though.
Wider than a snowboard. Well, there'll be a lot of people at home that don't know what a snowboard
Mine is like 120 centimeters, I think.
is. Okay. Well, once again, Mom will have to explain.
Emma's board's about as big as she is, height-wise, a little bit smaller, and she has boots or bindings that she straps her feet into, and then she does different tricks for different point values in her division. And there are different divisions for every age level.
Are the wakeboards, are they the ones that have to be up on a pole? The line is
yes. We have a tower on our boat, and we tie Emma's rope to the tower. And wakeboarders like towers because it helps them get more height up in the air.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So why do you think Emma excels at this sport?
That's an interesting question. It's a show-off sport to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And her personality matches that, as Mom's already commented on. Like that.
When you go, it's all you do is you go out there and you show people what you can do. It's a show-off sport.
It's a show. Well, that's fun.
But she's practiced, and she's learned to put time in it, and she's learned that the more time she puts on the water at practice, the more rewards she'll get out of it when competition comes. So she's worked hard at it. She rides 5 days a week in the summertime. When school starts, she can only probably go out about 3 days, but she puts a lot of work. She spends a lot of time doing it.
What are some of your favorite tricks?
My absolute favorite is probably a seatbelt. Like if you're in a car, you know how a seatbelt goes over you like that. Well, like with the board, you come up and like you grab right here on a seatbelt. But I like a nuclear too. It's kind of like a seatbelt, but you're reaching over on the back side. A seatbelt, you reach like this, a nuclear, you reach like that.
Does it spin you around? Do you spin or
No.
flip at all?
Well, I can. Well, I have to do all 2 wake tricks. It's where, like, if you know how the boat puts out 2 separate wakes, I have to jump all of those wakes and land on the other side.
Okay, because is that a point requirement to do that?
Yes, you have to, or you only get half the points for it.
Okay. So different tricks, just like diving or things we're a little bit more familiar with at home, you get so many points based on the difficulty of the trick you're doing.
Yes.
Okay. How many tricks do you have to do for each run? Is there something
For
like that?
a run, there's 6 tricks going down and 6 tricks coming back.
Okay. And so it's a cumulative score on all of those.
That's correct.
Correct.
It is.
Yes.
All right.
And it's a certain amount of style points, and at the end they have a certain amount of style points, so they add up their tricks plus the style. They have a separate judge that just judges the style, and a judge that judges the tricks. So at the end, it's kind of how you perform the tricks, how well you perform them, how smooth they are. see how you end up doing.
What age do you peak at your best? Do you, well, you know,
She's
I
probably
know
got another 20 years, Dan.
well, I know, but when you get into a certain age, you're as good as you can be. And when does that age start? Do you have any idea?
You can.
Who are the old people in your sports? He wants to know if people here.
Veterans.
No, not really.
Veterans.
The pro
There's
riders,
veterans are like 30 and over, I think.
Oh,
most of the
okay.
pro riders are in their, I would guess to say between 18 and
20 something.
28, something like that, I would think.
Right.
And I say there's
Those are
older,
the-
there's
yeah.
obviously older professional riders, and there's younger professional riders. But I would say that's the age group. She got started at a pretty young age.
Yeah.
So she, and this league she rides in, there's a division for every age,
Right.
for every ability level. There's also a division for 9 through 13-year-olds that do. Intro lower point tricks. So,
Right.
so it doesn't matter how old you are, you can start any time, and there's a division for you based on your age and what tricks you can do.
And now, as she's won, she'll have to go up.
She'll move up next year.
She'll move up into
She has to.
Next year, I'm going to flip and spin.
next. Ooh,
Are you practicing those already?
This is spin. I'm trying a 360. I landed it once, but it was one wake.
Okay, well.
We
gotta
were
do
going about
1 week wake before
17
you
miles
do
per hour.
Now,
Yeah.
how do you learn these new tricks? Do you watch videos and see people do it and then try to, replicate
We
that yourself?
have some videos of like a pro, like Sean Murray. He's a pro, and we bought some videos somewhere, and like they'll like you can pick what trick that you want to learn.
And what do you do in the off season, like when the weather gets cold? How do you?
I play basketball,
Okay.
and we have carpet in our spare bedroom, and we'll get like a rope handle.
And we're going to practice. Mom and Dad are like, oh,
So you're
dear.
Tell the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
We'll pull ourselves around on the carpet.
On the carpet.
We also have a trampoline, and she has a trampoline
Okay,
board.
so
and we
she
have a
can
rope
practice
attached to it.
tricks there,
So she
yeah.
can practice tricks on the trampoline.
Okay.
She also has what's called an endo board, and it is a wooden board that is on a round cylinder, and she'll get up and balance.
Okay,
on
balance,
that
yeah.
and do that in the winter as well, just to kind of keep her balance up
Work
and that
on
sort of thing.
her balance.
But as far as her learning new tricks, if we will get her some help periodically when she needs them from people that know what they're doing to coach her.
Yeah. Well, she
So-
seems to have all the enthusiasm
Yeah,
that
sure.
she needs to excel in the sport. It's like someone like you has to have no fear. That's what I've always thought with people who are in gymnastics or in any of these sports where to me they look like you're going to get hurt if you're not careful. You really have to be brave because you have to get over the fear of, I couldn't even jump off the high dive for a long time because I was like, oh, that's a long way down. So you have to get over that. Does that not bother you at all? It doesn't bother you, the speed, the height, anything like that? Just lots of fun?
Fade.
Look at her. Is it just cool?
Do you have a need for speed?
No.
No, like that.
She doesn't like the speed or not?
Well, as she gets better, we'll speed her up. We speed her up as she gets better. So each year she goes a little faster.
But
She gets a little stronger.
You don't wakeboard 30 miles an hour like you slalom ski.
Yeah.
Even the pro wakeboarders are 25 miles an hour, 26
Okay.
miles an hour.
So it's not a speed sport.
It's not a fast
Okay.
behind the boat. It's more of a height of the wake behind the boat and the height
Like-
difficulty of the tricks.
Yeah.
So are you going to be committed to her progress in the
This is
sport?
a family commitment.
It is.
obviously.
The league we ride in is a family. It's a family. It's structured around family. Because kids can't do it without family. She can't go out and ride without us.
Yeah.
And it's that way with a lot of kids.
So do you always drive the boat?
I don't in tournaments, but I drive it all in practice.
Okay, so does a professional then drive it in tournaments, or they have someone
They have
set up?
certified boat drivers that drive it in the
people.
tournaments.
Okay.
And we should say that Emma rides in the INT League, which is an amateur league, and they have divisions for everybody, every skill level, every age, and we would be more than happy to talk to anybody that was interested in doing that. I really think if you start with INT and you start on those intro trick lists, that you can be a good rider because it teaches you to ride switch. It teaches you to, go off of one foot and land on the other foot. So it's a good way to learn and a good way to progress.
Cool. 'Cause
Awesome,
I kind of wonder, how did you guys jump into competition?
Well, we have some local friends of
We
ours
have
that
some
have two really talented girls. The Lallies are the last name, Mike and Bridget, Jasmine and Charmaine. And they're very talented riders, and they kind of got Emma started in the competitions, kind of pointed her in the right direction, and we ride with them every chance we get, and they've helped her a lot, and they've been competing for years, and they're very, very good.
Well,
very good.
Cool. Well, we're glad to meet you, and much success, and best of luck to you out there, and don't get too many carpet burns this winter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's practice. And we hope you compete around here. Are there any local competitions?
Little Rock is the closest.
Probably.
Okay.
Regionals are in Little Rock this year, so that will be a little closer for us. But
And we expect to see some of your photos on the websites and maybe in some of the wakeboard magazines.
oh, that would be fun.
If you could go on Mommy might have them on her Facebook page.
Yeah, right.
A bunch of them.
A bunch.
My pictures of pretty good friends up there, and Emma up there doing some of her tricks.
What would they search for if they were looking for some of those photos?
Facebook.
I think it would just be
Just
on
go
my
Facebook.
Facebook page.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Well, much success to y'all. Thank you, everyone, for staying with us for the entire hour, and thanks for being here on the show. And again, we want to continue to watch your success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For being here. And we want to thank everyone for being on the show today. We've got just a second or two.
Yeah, we had
actually
a
about
whole
30
list
seconds
of
left.
people. We heard about sports from Mountain Home High School. We heard about the Hospice Ride for Life, which will be on the 3rd, as will the benefit for Eli, Sammuel, Zachary, and what else? Oh, the pediatric daycare, I think was the day before that. And then, of course, we have met my very first wakeboard champion.
Yeah. All right. And thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.
See you next week.